Hello and welcome to Women in Antiquity. Here's a quick video about the course and how it works. In this course, we'll be exploring the way people in the ancient world talked about women and gender, using literature, mythology, art, inscriptions, scholarship, whatever we can get our hands on to try to understand what ancient societies had in common when it came to the complex dynamic between men and women, and how and why these ancient cultures differed from each other. Gender expectations in Egypt were very different from those in Sumer or Judea or Greece or Rome. And we'll be spending time listening to voices from a wide range of ancient cultures, but especially the two most influential societies in antiquity, the Romans and the Greeks. This course, as you know, is online. It's set up so there are weekly meeting days, in our case on Friday mornings. Here's how the weekly assignments go. Before the meeting day, you read the assigned readings and you watch the videos. The videos start with a general background on the subject, in case there are people that are new to this topic or whatever, and then go into the issues and details of the topic we're looking at these weeks. So consider setting aside a few blocks of time during the week where you work on the readings and videos bit by bit, rather than doing it all at once. The book for this course is Sarah Pomeroy's Goddesses, Whores, Wives, and Slaves. This is a book that was written to change modern scholarship. Sarah Pomeroy, as she rose up in ancient history and classics, was aware of the fact that the story of women in antiquity had been written by modern men of the 19th and 20th century especially, and that story had distortions and biases and missing information. And so she started writing to try to change the perspective of modern scholarship. That's what this book is about. This book is about altering how gender in the ancient world is understood in the scholarly community. As such, it is written with an agenda. It is written to try to change things. It is written to create a new platform of discussion. So as you're reading it, read that in mind. Read it with attention to what Sarah Pomeroy is trying to convince you of, and what the previous point of view might have been that she is attacking and trying to replace. This is unlike most textbooks in that this is a book that is not simply trying to set out the basic information, but has an agenda of change. So you need to read it with that in mind. We also have a collection each week of scholarly articles that address particular, self-contained questions in relation to that topic. So for each week, in addition to the main reading, whether it's Pomeroy or something else, there'll be a few relevant articles that I'm asking you to read one of each week. So there'll be a selection there. You pick one and you read that. And you spend some time thinking about what the author is trying to say and what the article is telling us about that time and place. On our meeting day, Friday mornings, we get together and we talk about what we saw, what we reacted to, what struck us, what shocked us or surprised us or made the most sense in the readings and the videos. And we discuss it and make sense of it using a discussion area that is linked to at the bottom of that week's page. So you need to post every week. You need to participate in that discussion because that's part of your grade. But what I really want is for you to discuss and debate and question as a group, respond to each other, and all of us thrashing it out collectively. This discussion, the questions we ask, and the reactions we share and discuss, this is how we make this real and regain the immense benefit of exploring these topics together and making sense of it together, rather than doing it all on our own in isolation. I'll be in there with the discussions with you, responding and helping to make all this happen. So please use this discussion to help us all really understand the complex and fascinating story of gender in the ancient world. After the online discussion, there may be a quiz for you to take online. If there is, it'll be right there on that week's page. Each of you will also choose 2 of the journal articles from the whole semester, 1 in the first half and 1 in the second half. And you'll give a presentation to the class on that reading, the reading that you chose. The way normally this would be done orally. The way we're doing it this time is you write it up. The requirements are on the essays page in the syllabus. You write it up and you post it in the discussion area for the day we discuss that article. So it's a starting point for the discussion. Your reactions, your responses to this article are what get us started talking about what that article is trying to say and whether its conclusions and ideas are something that makes sense and how they fit into the issues that we're talking about. Your presentation needs to be posted the night before so that your fellow students have the benefit of your interpretations and reactions on the meeting day. Your presentation should explore what the author is trying to tell us, what the insights the readings give us into the time and place we're discussing, and how it fits into the bigger picture and the ideas and conflicts that we're talking about. So the timing is this. You need to sign up now for the first presentation on the article of your choice on the sign-up page shown here. Then, the week we actually discuss that article, you post your presentation in the discussion area for that week by the night before the meeting day. You also need to post a Word or PDF version to Blackboard so that I can grade it. You'll be writing 1 essay and 1 research paper. The essay is on representations and images of gender in antiquity in art or film. The details are all here in the syllabus, as are the requirements for all papers. The research paper, due at the end of the term, involves you taking a position on some question or issue relating to gender in antiquity and supporting that position using primary and secondary sources, using evidence. Start thinking now about what topics you might be interested in exploring more deeply, digging deeper into. We'll be working through this project in stages. So the first stage is a 1-page proposal due in week 7, where you describe the topic that you're interested in writing about and state the position you think you might be arguing. And I'll respond to that. I'll give feedback on whether you need a broader scope or you need to narrow it down, what sources might work really well with that topic. That's part of the point of the proposal is my feedback and get you started on the next stage of finding the research materials you need. And we'll be going through that. We'll be talking about it in class. There will also be a written exam at the end of the semester. We'll talk more about that as we get closer to the end of the course. Okay, so email me with any questions at mark.wilson@lehman.cuny.edu. I'm looking forward to exploring the role of gender in the ancient world together.